Right, so we're at Anne Hathaway's house. So I'd just like to know the relationship between Shakespeare and Anne Hathaway. Obviously, Shakespeare left her when he was 21. So what's your view on their relationship as a husband and wife?
I suspect that they may not have married had it not been for the fact that Anne was pregnant with their eldest child, their daughter Susanna. After all, William was 8 years younger than Anne, and he was marrying at a very young age for those days. Normally, a boy of middle class would not get married until he could support his own household at the age of about 27 or 28. William was a decade ahead of his contemporaries, and by the age of 21, he'd got 3 children. After the birth of the twins in 1585, as you say, he disappears. I'm sure his whereabouts were known to his family, but we as historians cannot trace him until the early 1590s in London in the world of theatre. Lots of theories as to how he got from Stratford to London. The most popular one being that he had joined a band of strolling players. Certainly, if his interest was in theatre and writing, it was no good him stopping in a little market town like Stratford, where in those days there would not be a permanent theatre. So he leaves his wife, but he leaves safe in the knowledge that she is with his family, she's being taken care of, and I'm sure Anne knew exactly where he was. They spend a lot of their married life apart. Anne here in Stratford very much bringing up their children, and once Shakespeare buys New Place, the second largest house in Stratford, she is then responsible for overseeing the management of that. However, during the summer months, the theatres were often closed, there were outbreaks of the plague, and I'm sure William would have taken those opportunities to come back to Stratford and to visit his family. Indeed, that may well have been when he did quite a lot of his writing. We don't know. But during his time in London, William never actually buys his own property. He lives in lodgings. And as I say, he purchases the second largest house back here in Stratford. Other investments are also made in this area. Shakespeare is unusual for his time. He becomes rich and famous within his own lifetime. He makes good money, and the money that he does make, he invests wisely. He seems to have that rare combination of creativity but also good business acumen. The fact that he does invest his money back here in Stratford makes me think that he always thought of Stratford as home. And indeed, he retires to the town and he spends his last years here with Anne. And I hope that that would in some way indicate that it was a reasonably good marriage.
Right, okay. Thanks so much. That was very informative. Thank you.